Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a good day today. I'm going to recap a couple trades I had today. One is pretty significant. It's where I dug a hole for myself even before the market opened, but I wanted to share that with you and share how we actually recovered on the day. So I ended up having a fairly decent day based on how the day started. So we're going to share that with you. But before we do, I want to share this. I do have a new class out. It is Day Trading the Average Joe Way. It's everything that I do as a trader. You learn the whole process from A to Z, the strategies, everything that's made me successful. It's a 100% live class. There are no recordings of the initial class. Now there will be recordings of the whole course that you have access to for life, but the class will be live. Every class I do will be a live class with direct instruction. There are 15 90-minute classes, and it's limited to 25 students per class because you will be mic'd up. You'll have a microphone, access to screen share. This will be a legitimate classroom and a legitimate classroom experience. While you're in the class, which is about 4 months, you will have full access to the chat room and all the perks that the yearly subscribers get. The weekly webinars, the small group mentor sessions, you have access to the market replay platform simulator that you can use 24/7, practice at night, on the weekends, whatever. That was very important to me during my learning process. Um, you have the ability to form private study groups, which I suggest. The study groups that's formed in chat, the feedback I got on it has been incredible. So, and it really helps your learning curve. And this is a snapshot of the actual study group in session. I just went in and took a snapshot of it to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. And like I said before, you have a lifetime access to the videos for that class. And it's your class. The next class I do will be different. It'll be a different group, and it'll be a live class, and that class will be, those recordings will be for them. So just wanted to share that with you. You can, if you want to know more about it, just go to my website, averagejoetrader.com. Under services, you'll see the class description there. If you want to ask me or chat with me about it, feel free to contact me. I'm always up for a conversation about trading or about any way I can help you. Alright, so the first trade I took today, and this is the one that I dug a hole for myself in, was TLRD. I wanted to take this pre-market, but the first trade was kind of a little, I was trying to work with this to see if I could pick the route, because SureTrader did an update or something to the SureTrader Pro, and now it used to be that I would fill completely. Now I'm getting broken up orders filled, and things are a little bit different, and I can't mark it out pre-market like I used to. So things kind of have changed, and I was trying to figure something out. So the spread was so bad I didn't realize it. I got in the thing and I was going to get right back out, which would have just cost me commissions. But then I realized this thing had a 20-cent spread at the time. So I kind of killed 20 cents right there. But here's where I did want to enter pre-market. I was waiting for a loss and a confirmation of the loss of the moving averages here and VWAP. everything was together. This stock was beat down on earnings. It was very bad. And even though it was already beat way down, I expected a move here, pre-market. And then I could probably get a reset at the open up here and short it off this level. That was my thought, process pre-market. Well, I got in here. I was a little bit late getting in because it was right when I was starting my my live feed on YouTube for my watch list build. So everything happened at one time and I missed this. And I got in a little bit late, but it was still solid. I had enough to, test this area here if I needed to. So we started to work, but then it pulled back, bounced a little again, made a higher low, and then popped straight up. And so it stopped me out. So I got stopped out there. You see, we ran up, and so I just sat back and waited. I was down about $100 going into the open. I was already down $100. So I just waited to the open, wait for the setup. And here I waited pretty much 15 minutes. I didn't think it was a long. This candle really changed my mind from it being a long trade. And then this candle opened and it started to push up. I still didn't want this long. So that's why I didn't take it. I wanted it short the whole time because I felt we would get this. So I waited until we locked. We didn't close below it here, but this opened and we started selling off. So I had to go to the 2-minute chart to get in, or else I would have had to wait to get in here, and that would have been a good deal. So I got in here. It pulled back anyway, and this gave me enough room to where I could add if it retested. And that was my plan. I only went in 200 shares because my plan was to add if we came back and retested this 9. So we went back and we tested the 20. So I added here. And once it started to work, I was getting ready to put in my limit order for my first cover and accidentally added 200 shares to my position. So now I was in 700 shares. Now the thing about this is I was comfortable with 700 shares because I'm used to trading it. I gradually built myself up from trading small size to trading larger sizes, and now it doesn't really affect me. And that's the process I'm trying to teach every day in chat, and it's why I started trading very small in January, bumped the share position up a little bit in February, bumping it up a little bit more here in March. Is to show you that's the process that you have to go through in order to be comfortable trading larger sizes. So I had no anxiety whatsoever getting in these trades and being in this 700 shares. I waited until it hit the spot I wanted to cover at, which was right here. Now I covered a little bit early because we were fighting back and I didn't like what I was seeing on level 2. So I was about 5 cents off. But that's fine. I had the rest to cover down here when we hit this level. And I left some on just in case we faded this and made the move back down. But I covered here and then set a profit stop, pretty much a close over the 9 moving average. So we got the close, I had to take it off. Well, actually it hit my profit stop. Had it not hit my profit stop and we closed above the 9, I would have taken it off. But a very solid trade from being down, $100 to, squeaking out 103.84. So this second trade here netted me over $200. So I was pretty pleased, with that because it kind of righted the ship, so to speak. Alright, so the next trade I took was CAT. Now, there was some trading this morning in chat, they've been watching this for, all week ever since the news came out. And I actually wanted to swing trade this, but I didn't like the price action and the way this thing was holding itself up over 90. I really felt, based on everything that I knew about this stock, that this thing should fall off the face of the earth. But it didn't. So I waited for the bounce here. And once it bounced and it rejected, I would have taken it here, but we had the 9 moving average here. So I wanted to wait until we lost the 9 moving average and I could get in. And so I waited, I got in, and we just chopped around here. We closed above the 9 on these 2 candles, but I was using the 20 moving average because you can see the 20 held as resistance all day. So I felt that if I lost the 20 here, this trade would be dead. But it was trending down still. The VWAP was still creeping down. So I felt confident that keep this on, and I held on to it. We got a drop, traded sideways for about 20 minutes, got another drop, traded sideways, and when I wasn't going to get the move I wanted, I went ahead and covered some. And we got the bounce back and retest, and we rolled over, and I went ahead and covered the rest here. Now I started to get back in on this, on the fail of this level, but I didn't. I waited and waited, and then we got this big candle. So I knew I was pretty much done at that point. There was another level down here at 89, 87 or so, but I couldn't get it on this chart. But that was going to be my target, my final target. So I got in here again, had to sit through another test just like I did up here when I got in. Sit through another test of this 20. And when we failed it and rolled over, I was able to get my first cover where I wanted it, which was right at the low of this last dip. And the rest of it, I wanted to hold it through 90 so that it would get to the 89.90. So I put out a limit order, 89.90, but we recovered. We bounced here around the $0.50 mark and ended up covering it. It hit my profit stop here. So stopped me out on my profit stop. So it was a fairly decent trade. Really should have gotten more out of it if I had covered everything down here and just waited. But I had no inclination. I didn't realize we were going to bounce here. I figured if we were going to bounce, it would be closer to 90. But all in all, a good day. Still squeaked out, wiped out the loss and ended up with a couple $100. So, and members saw this live as it was happening. Both trades, and got my thoughts through each part of this move. So I try to, every day in chat, I try to teach every day through every trade, talk through every trade, give you what's on my mind. Not to make you trade like me, to help you understand what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, so that when you go and you start trading and you're practicing at night and you're looking at some of the things that I use to help me manage my trades, that it might help you and reach your goals that much faster and without losing that much money. So that was my day today. Hopefully we can do as good or a little bit better tomorrow. Had 2 slow days this week. I had Monday was a red day. It was a kind of a struggle. Yesterday was good. It was okay. Kind of came back and got myself break even yesterday, but it was a struggle at the open. We didn't get the price action I wanted at the open and was just on the wrong side of everything. So the day was decent. We have a good decent day tomorrow. I should be at 5 grand, and anything over that will be gravy that I will pull out at the end of the month, so we can start April with 5K, and then we'll start trading like I started trading, when I hit my run the last time. All right, guys, so that's it. I hope everybody has a great night, great evening, and we will be back at it at 8:30 in the morning. If you want to see me build my watch list, just tune in to averagejoetrader.com. There's a window right there on the website. As soon as I go live, you can click on it, expand it, and I will be right there. So hope to see you then.